I always say that the lesson that I took away from that classroom was that it was people like you that were there, it was Mrs. Henry that was there, and you all looked exactly like the crowd outside. Mm-hmm. But you were different. You didn't. You were. You were different. You didn't behave the way they behaved. You didn't treat me the way they were trying to treat me. And so that made me realize that you can't look at a person and judge them. It's because history is really not being taught the way it happened. You know, so I'm in a school every day, and I see that, and I realize the fact that our history books are obsolete. You know, our story wouldn't have been in the history books if it wasn't for Scholastic and myself wanting to tell that story and sharing it with kids. People knew of the Norman Rockwell painting, but they never knew who we were, you know, and I thought that that's a shame. We should know the people that actually were on the front line. Charlie, so much. It's great.
Sir, you mentioned it was a highlight of your life. If you could just tell her why it was a highlight of your life.
What was going on around you?
Well, this wasn't my first time with something like that. So I knew what to expect, kind of. You know, it's always a little bit different. But I had a pretty good idea what would happen and what was going on. We didn't have any reason to really be afraid for her, because we were satisfied that we were going to take care of things, and we did. And it wasn't like her position. We were entirely different because we were all experienced guys. We knew what we were doing, and everything went well, really.
So you never felt like, with that crowd that was there every day, that we were in danger?
No, I never did, really. I knew it went exactly about what I thought would happen, with all that yelling and carrying on and throwing things and stuff. But that's something you knew was going to happen. So it didn't bother us, I didn't think.
I think
the other three fellows with me were great guys. And by the way, they've all passed away since then. But they were all good men.
I have to say that the only time I remember being afraid, and I don't know if you remember this, but there were times when they would bring this baby's coffin, and they had this black doll that they would put in the coffin, and I would have to pass it to get into the building, and that frightened me more than anything.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Touched on that a little bit. I think you were very impressed by this little 6-year-old. She's been described as a soldier that day. Tell her.
She just did exactly what she should have done, and anything that we mentioned to her, she agreed. She never argued about anything. In fact, she never talked a whole lot.
No, I didn't.
And just anything you told her to do, she did it. And she was very well behaved.
Did you know at the time what a brave little soldier she was?
Did I tell her? I don't know.
No, I said, did you know that at the time?
Oh yeah. You could see right away what she was made of.
Well,